What is up, everybody? Escape211 here. I am showing you some footage that I did on the test server. Just messed around with Scorpius, nothing special here, playing with the Particle Gun 12. This was just something for fun, but kind of to set up what I wanted to talk about today. You may have noticed I did a community post recently with a general teaser about talking with the game devs, and I kind of want to say good news, bad news. A lot of people made a lot of speculation about that, and I'm sorry, this is not something that's about like changing big things in terms of, you know, a lot of things we'd like to see change. It's not that we don't talk about that. It's not that I don't push that on a regular basis, or all of us as content creators talk about that, but that's not something that's going to be talked about or changed at this time. You know, and by that I mean, like, you know, how we get A coins or different things on the gear hub and matchmaking and all that. Those are obviously things that we always talk about, but this is focusing on Scorpius, and you may have noticed a little animation that they did that was on Discord, probably some other social media, about April 12th and Scorpius. This is related to Scorpius and the PvE event, the first one that we will potentially have around that time, available for everybody. Now, we have seen a little bit what this looks like before with Ares, but obviously this is going to be different, and it's going to be focused on Scorpius. All right, so I did hear a little bit of info related to this specifically, and wanted to share some of that. So first of all, yes, this is going to be focused on Scorpius, and there's going to be 12 levels, and you will get a one-time reward for each level after you complete it. Very similar to Ares. I think we have more levels in this case, though. Now, when I first heard that, I was kind of upset, actually, because this is focusing on Scorpius, right? This is a mech that most people, it's out of reach, and not only is it out of reach, it's not one that is worth it to a lot of people. This is not like a meta item, and it's really dang expensive. So I was pretty upset in hearing that. However, the other fact that they told us about this for this PvE Onslaught event is that you will, even if you don't have the available mech or the weapon that is specific to the level, there will be some levels that, you know, we'll be able to play even if we don't have the required item. So that was good to hear. Now, I don't exactly know what that means or how they're going to do it, if they're going to have alternate options like they did when they did the whole event with Ares. If you remember, we could use a couple different items at a time. So maybe there'll be alternate mechs or alternate weapons that we can use. I am honestly not too sure, but you know, it was at least semi-good news to hear. Now, of course, it's not as good as being able to complete everything, and I'm betting there'll be unique items that will probably be out of reach unless we spend on stuff, which is typical. But I at least appreciate that we'll be able to finally partake in this and experience some of it. Now, from what I've talked about with them so far, I'm assuming this is like the general avenue. It's very possible that things could change. So even what I'm sharing with you may change to some degree. Maybe the situation could get better in terms of being, you know, more levels or other things being able for us to play. Not too sure, but that's at least generally what I can say. Now, there were a couple other things that I wanted to share, and I will probably do those in other posts at separate times, but that is what I wanted to share today. Now, if you guys had questions or thoughts or comments about this kind of event or different things that you weren't sure about, you can, of course, comment below. Now, I don't really know how much of it I can answer because it's still early stages, but, you know, as always, I welcome your comments. So if you guys have anything you want to add, want to say, want to ask, feel free to comment below, as always, and we will see you out there on the battlefield.